Just a quick disclaimer, if you're looking for the easiest possible way to share your location with friends privately, try checking out the Grid app. It's really easy to use. I would use this app, but when I first tried it out, the location updating was really slow and it stopped working for me. And that's probably because I'm on Graphene OS. But if that works for you, that's probably the best option to use. But if you want to self-host it all, we're going to be using Traccar, which will display your location in the browser or the app, and Owntracks, which will send your location from your phone to Traccar. It sounds a little bit tedious, and there are some caveats which I'll go over near the end, but it's really simple to set up. So you can do this on any computer. I'm going to be doing it on a Raspberry Pi. All you need to do is open up a terminal. Now I'm going to SSH into my Raspberry Pi. These commands should also work on every operating system. I'm just going to make a folder like this, and then I'll change directory into that. And now in here, we're going to create a Docker Compose file. You can install Docker on any operating system, and I'll leave the links in the description. But I'm just going to make a file using this command, and I'll put the command for other operating systems on screen right now, and then paste the compose file that you'll find in the description. This is what the configuration looks like. It's really simple. All you need to know is that this is the hostname of the Docker container, and we'll be opening up these two ports. This port is for the web UI, and this port is to allow OwnTracks to send information to Traccar. We're using the latest image from Traccar as well, and we have two volumes here which are basically just shared folders between a container and the host system. But that's all there is to it. It's a pretty simple configuration file. I'm just going to save this and then exit. Now to start this up, we're going to do docker space compose up -d to run it in the background. And then if we ever need to restart it in the future, we'll do --force -recreate. But since we're running this for the first time, I'm just going to delete this. And then I'll click enter. Now it's downloading the Traccar image from the internet, and it only needs to do this once. So just give it some time to download depending on how fast your computer is and how fast your internet is. And then it will start the container up automatically. Now we can go ahead and try to access the Traccar web page from a web browser. So I'm just going to open up Brave. And then you'll need to use your hostname or your IP address of whatever computer that you're running Traccar on to access this web page. For me, I'm just going to use the hostname of my Raspberry Pi, which is rpi4. I'll do http://rpi4:8082. That's the port that Traccar uses by default, and that's what we put in the Docker configuration. And once we first open this up, it'll tell us to register an account. And I'm just going to put 1234, but put an actual strong password for your admin account. And then I'm going to click register. It says the new user has been registered, and I'm going to sign in. Now this is the home page of Traccar, and we don't have any devices yet, but at the top right we can see it says register your first device. I'm going to click on this plus, and I'll name it. The OwnTracks app only supports Traccar IDs with 2 characters or less, so just make sure it's something unique. I'm just going to put 1. Now if we scroll down, we can click on save. Now let's set up OwnTracks on our phone to send location data from our phone to Traccar. So this is the OwnTracks app, and it's available on the Google Play Store and the App Store, but I recommend getting it from the F-Droid store if you are on Android. Now it's going to request for location permission. I'm going to click on while using the app, but then it's going to request for background permission, and I'm going to enable that as well. And then I'll go back. Now it says location permission granted, and now it also needs notification permission. Just allow the notification permission, but then we can also hide the notification from the notification center. After that, we can click on done. At the top right, we should see a triangle which looks like a play button. I'm just going to expand this menu, and we'll see 4 options for monitoring modes. We're on the significant changes option right now. I recommend setting the move option. It sends location like every minute or so. And now we can get connected to Traccar. So at the top left, you should see 3 bars, and it should look the same on iOS. And then click on preferences. Now we're going to click on connection, and we'll change this mode from MQTT to HTTP. Now for the URL, I recommend using the hostname of your server that's running Traccar. For me, I'm going to do http:// and then rpi4, and the port that Traccar uses for OwnTracks is 5144. Then I'll click OK, and we need to scroll down and change this Traccar ID to whatever you put in Traccar. For me, I just set it to 1, and then I'll just save that. Now at the top right, you should see a refresh button. I'm going to click that, and it says connected. Now if we click on this I at the top right, we should see that there is a status 200, which means nothing failed. You can also get to the status page at the top left in the 3 bars, and then clicking on status. Now let's go back to the web page to see if it worked. I just spoofed my phone's location to some random place in the US so I wouldn't have to blur anything, but as you can see, it's showing up on the map perfectly fine. Now for your phone to be able to send location data from anywhere in the world to Traccar, you're going to need to install Tailscale on both devices, on the device that's running the Traccar server and your phone. This is the easiest way to do it, so you can always have access to Traccar. I wouldn't recommend just directly port forwarding it because it will be unencrypted since it's HTTP. I have a video explaining Tailscale, but all you really need to do is install Tailscale on both devices. It's really easy. And then in OwnTracks, just use the hostname that you see inside of Tailscale. And then when you're outside of your network, Tailscale will be able to route your requests to your Traccar server, even if you're not on the same network. Now for other people to access your location, first we need to create another account. We can't just let them access the admin account. If we go to settings, and then if we scroll down to users at the bottom, we can click this plus button and create a new user. I'm just going to name it test and then test again, but you can put whatever names you want over here. I'm going to scroll down and click on save. Now back in this users section, if we click on this icon, which is for connections, we'll see a devices option. If we click on this, we can see this device over here, which we just added. And now it will automatically save, and we'll be able to see this device from this new user, this test user that we just created. I'm going to try that out by opening up a new browser on incognito, and then I'll go to the same Traccar webpage, and I'm going to log in with the test credentials. If I had multiple devices, it would show up on this map, but I could also click on this button, which will show me all the devices in a list, and I can click on them. Now the trickiest part of this is exposing the Traccar web UI securely. And you could port forward port 8082 on your router to the public internet, but I wouldn't really recommend that. It is the easiest way though, and you can search up how to port forward on whatever router you have. And then people can access your Traccar web UI just with your public IP address. And if you want a free subdomain so people don't have to type your IP address every single time, you could use something like DuckDNS, which I went over in an earlier video. They'll give you a free subdomain that basically just routes to your public IP address. So they don't have to save your IP address anywhere, they could just use that domain. Another way of doing this, which is the most secure, is with using Tailscale, because it doesn't expose anything to the internet. You would just need to invite other people to your tailnet, but that would mean that they would have to install Tailscale on their devices, and it just isn't practical if you want your friends to access it really easily. Which leads me to the third option, which is using Cloudflare's Zero Trust. You'll need a domain, and it might be a little bit difficult to set up if you've never set up anything like that before, but it is a really cool service, and it's also free. You could also get a really cheap domain from Porkbun or something, and then connect it to Cloudflare to do this. That's what I use, and that's what I would recommend if you want your friends to be able to access this really easily. This is both secure and easy for your friends to access, unlike the port forwarding method, which is easy for your friends to access, but it is less secure since it's only HTTP. But if you don't mind spending a little bit more time, I would really recommend doing that. And if you do go with the Cloudflare method, you could add another subdomain like gps.yourdomain or whatever, and then other people like your friends can push their location to Traccar too, so you can see everybody's location from this one page. And you just need to make sure that you add your devices to the Traccar webpage, and then give them their Traccar IDs. And then you would also need to make sure that you add all these devices to the connection settings, and add each device over here. But anyways, that's how you set up Traccar and OwnTracks to self-host your location sharing. If this worked for you, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you ran into any issues while setting this up, please leave it down in the comments below and I'll try to respond as fast as possible. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.